Who dares disturb me in my private chambers? Oh, Your Highness. I was wondering when you would arrive. Apologies, but I'm not wearing my armour. I wasn't expecting you here so soon. Don't worry. I've still got my undershirt on. I never walk around without it anymore. If I did, I would have to look at the scars from my time in the dungeons. Anyway, how have you enjoyed being back in your own room? I had the servants bring in some exotic furs and silk sheets from the Empire's supply carriages. A reward for your efforts to keep the people happy. What was that music? Don't you remember? Come, sit. Let me show you. The music came from this locket. It was a present from your mother, the Queen, when your father took me in and began my training as a knight. Inside it is a small music box that plays when I open it. See? Do you recognise the song? It's from the poem your mother used to read us about knights and royalty. The story of the good knight. Do you remember how it goes? Upon the castle's battlements, wind whipping through their hair, the loyal good knight stands vigilant, a cold and stony stare, surrounded by the enemy, fists pounding on the gate. They must protect their royal charge before it is too late. There are more verses to the poem. Maybe I'll remind you of the rest of the story another time. But now is not the time for stories. I'm actually glad you're here. It's reassuring to have you by my side for what comes next. I was actually about to open a package I received from the Emperor himself. My new armour. What? You didn't think I was still going to be able to keep wearing my old armour, did you? It belongs to the old kingdom. It has the old flag on it. It's a relic of a bygone age. No. This kingdom is now a part of the mighty Fulheim Empire, and as such I must wear armour that represents it. Still, I've worn this armour every day since I became a knight. I still remember the happy little dance I did in the mirror when I first put it on. Your mother said I finally looked like the knight from the story she told us when we were kids. Come with me to the balcony. I need some fresh air. Did you know this armour belonged to my father? I never knew him, but apparently he was a captain in the army and one of your father's close friends. He died in the first years of the war with Fulheim. Sickness took my mother days later. The war made medicine hard to obtain. I was 4 years old. The king took pity on me and took me in as a final service for my father. People always told me that my father was a hero, that he got what he always wanted: honour, valour, a good death in service of his kingdom. But what did that honour leave me with? Nothing. The legacy of this kingdom is death. And now, whilst I hold my old armour, all I can see is the royal crest that took everything from me. That let me rot in a Fulheim prison and let you believe I was dead. I see this armour, this symbol, and I know what I must do. What? Did you expect me to keep my armour and let it serve as a symbol of the past? No. If anything, I wish I had dropped it from a higher tower. With any luck, the river will wash the broken scraps far away from here and scatter it across the land. That armour will be as forgotten as this kingdom's corrosive past. But enough about that. I didn't call you here to argue politics, Your Highness. I wanted to do something different. I thought we could travel down to the marketplace today, have a look around, take a minute to look at all the progress we've made together. It might be nice to spend an afternoon roaming the streets, instead of ruling from above them. Besides, you and I causing trouble in the marketplace, it'll be just like old times. One day I'll get you to smile again, Your Highness. I might never be able to explain why I did what I did, but if you'll give me the chance, if you'll come with me down into the kingdom, into the marketplace, maybe I can show you. Can you smell that, Your Highness? Freshly baked bread. I can't remember how long it's been since this kingdom had fresh food. We were all so used to those wartime rations, even before I was sent off to fight. Don't look so down, Your Highness. The people are watching. Besides, look around. The bustling stores, the regimented Imperial Guard patrols, the laughter and the joy in the air, it's almost palpable.
It's the king.
Hello there, shopkeep. What can I do for you?
Oh, your majesty. Thank you so much for putting an end to this dreadful war. They said peace would never be possible between our two nations, and then you arrive, as if delivered by angels to make it a reality.
You're too kind. I only wish to help.
And that you have, my liege. These supplies we have received from the Empire have helped me rebuild my shop and feed my children. I have a chance to rebuild what was lost in the war, and many others will tell similar stories. You have given us hope again, my king.
Thank you, madam. It warms the heart to see this kingdom so full of hope. See, Your Highness? Look at all the good that we can accomplish together. With the supplies provided by the Empire, our kingdom is beginning to heal. Soon we will be the shining jewel in the crown of the North again. A beacon of hope in a world divided by petty wars over beliefs, territories, and who worships what god. We may be a part of the Fulheim Empire, but our kingdom's voice hasn't vanished, Your Highness. Together, we can still create a safe and secure society for generations to come. All of this, all this progress and rebuilding that you see here, is because of you. Because of us. We make quite the team, don't we, Your Highness? I guess some things never change. Come on, let's have a quick look around the marketplace before we have to return to the castle. Once we get back, we'll most likely be stuck in the throne room carrying out our royal duties for the rest of the day. So let's make the most of our time away, shall we? Well, that was more fun than I expected. And it may have been a trick of the light, but I thought I saw you smile back in the village when we saw the children playing knights. But that can't possibly be right now, can it? Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I felt so at peace. The nightmares are still here. Always here. Waiting for me to close my eyes. And when I do, I'm back on the battlefield. Drowning in a sea of fire and steel and death. But with you by my side, I'm starting to feel like my old self again. Like everything's going to be all right. And I know what I've done to you, to your father. It was unforgivable. I didn't think it was just rage and fear and... I'm sorry, Your Highness. And I want you to know, I'm protecting you, and will keep protecting you, because I love... I swear this happens every time. What do you want, guard? I see. A trial. Now? No. You did the right thing by letting me know. Issues like this need to be dealt with swiftly. Bring the accused into the throne room. I'll join you shortly. It seems I spoke too soon, Your Highness. Peace is not yet within our grasp. Not completely. Despite the fantastic job that you have done to quiet the whispers of unrest, it seems we still have those who oppose our reign and the kingdom's introduction into the Empire. We can't allow such ideas to spread. If the Empire sees that we cannot control our own kingdom, they'll take matters into their own hands. Come on. We're needed in the throne room. You stand accused of treason against the crown and the Empire of Fulheim. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Oh? Did you not refuse to remove the old flag of the kingdom when commanded to by the guard?
I admit to flying the kingdom's flag, but I do not admit to treason. This kingdom has a rich and beautiful history, one that my family has fought and died to protect for generations. I will not see it erased by the likes of you, Your Majesty. This kingdom existed long before you were born, and it will continue to exist long after you are dust.
I don't understand. Look around you. Infrastructure is being repaired. Businesses are reopening. Food and water is more readily available now than it has ever been even before the war. For the first time in years, children roam the streets with full bellies and hope in their eyes. This is what you are fighting against. Prosperity.
Built on treachery and bloodshed.
But prosperity all the same. There is no middle ground here. You have two choices. You can help welcome in a new age of peace and security, or you can die among the Foundations.
I would rather die than submit to the rule of the Empire's lapdog.
Then you shall have your wish. Guards, take him away.
No, you can't. The old king would be ashamed of you.
And the girl.
Dad?
No. You can't.
You people
You can't.
forget your place.
Leave them out of this.
Whether you like
didn't
it or
mean
not,
You
you
can't
will
do
submit
this.
to
You
me.
can't.
You
Please.
will bow
No.
before
No, please.
your king.
No!
Ungrateful wretches. They'll understand. Soon they'll all understand. Don't look at me like that, Your Highness. It's as I said. If the Empire sees that we cannot control our own kingdom, they'll take matters into their own hands. Do you think they will care about collateral damage? The Empire will burn this kingdom to the ground and start again from the ashes. I'm doing what has to be done to protect us from something worse. But clearly, you're still not ready for all the responsibility of leadership. Guards, take them back to their chambers. Do not let them out until I return. This isn't the first case of civilians foolishly defending the kingdom's old culture. I have to inform the Emperor that there may be rebels within this kingdom after all.
Psst, Your Highness. Over here. By the window. Don't be scared. I'm not a thief. My name is Lucian. I'm with the rebels that King Silus was talking about. It doesn't take a genius to see the guy has lost his mind. He is all different kinds of crazy. That vile brute is turning this kingdom into another nameless cog in the Fulheim Empire, erasing the history that so many of us fought and died to protect. My parents gave their lives in service of your father. It was the proudest moment of their lives when they were selected to lead the 9th Cavalry Unit in the war on Fulheim. I can't let their deaths be for nothing. We need you, Your Highness. The people believe in you. They see someone who can stand up to Silas's terror and take back the kingdom. We need a symbol to rally behind, and that symbol must be you. I don't have much time. You have to listen. We're planning to free you in the coming months, but for now, you're in the perfect position to gather information on the king's activities. His supply carriages, troop movements, castle guard rotations. Gather everything you can and deliver it to me. I'll be right here once a week to collect it. Uh-oh. I think I hear something coming. I've got to go. Remember what I said, Your Highness. Gather all the information you can. We're all counting on you.